Hello everyone and welcome back. Today is part 2 of this video series where I will go through and show you all the DIYs projects that we had done and decorated with in the previous video where I set up this tablescape that you're seeing currently. Now I'm just showing you an overview of the table of how it turned out from the last video, and if you missed it you can go back and check that out. But all the flashes that you see here of the little stars, those are the DIYs that I'm going to be going through and showing you how to do today. So I'm really excited to get started. I have a lot of DIYs for you, and so let's get started. So the first DIY that I'm going to be showing to you is how to do your own DIY cloth napkins from upcycled materials, as well as a nice little pumpkin napkin ring. And so I actually took this material that was left over from curtain extension that I had done in my dining room, and then I decided I was going to sew some cloth napkins out of it. I lined up a cloth napkin that I already owned to get an idea of size, and then I just cut it out and hemmed it on my sewing machine. Then you saw also from the leftover fabric from that, I did also make that fabric pumpkin that you had seen in previous DIY, where I just took the strips of fabric and I wrapped it around a pumpkin from the Dollar Tree to get that effect. I then added a little ribbon and a little crystal handle for a glam looking pumpkin. Now these are the supplies you'll need to make the nice little pumpkin table rings that we saw previously. A stick, some wire, and some thick yarn, a punch hole cut out to add name tags, and these leaves are from this wooden die cut set from the Dollar Tree. First, you're going to go ahead and fold your napkin in a long rectangle, and then take the piece of your wire. I actually have this one which is wrapped in a little bit of a rattan material that makes it look a little bit more rustic, and then I wrap it around a little piece of wood. I use my jewelry making pliers to twist that around to make some swirls and make it look more like a pumpkin twig. Then after I have that in a way that I like, I go ahead and I take that really thick yarn. It's a nice thick wool yarn, tie it around once my napkin, and then what I'm actually going to do is tie it on itself into a knot and wrap it around in a way that looks like a pumpkin. So taking the ends and tucking it in towards the center to get those little pumpkin-like folds. You can just put the twig in the center there so that you're wrapping around the twig, and as you wrap it and as you twist that little twig into place, it secures it and it stays tight and it looks nice, like just a tiny little pumpkin on top of your napkin. Then just to add a little bit more embellishment, I go ahead and I use my hole punch to cut out a piece of this cork material that I got from the Dollar Tree. I write a name on there. I add our little wooden die cut leaf to it, and it really turns out to be a pretty little setup on the plate. Now another way for you to upcycle is to use an old sweater and make pumpkins. So I have this large brown sweater that I cut the bottom off, and I'm going to make first a large pumpkin where you use a basting type stitch across the bottom and across the top, and this is just going to help you purse string the two ends together. First you start at the bottom and purse end it, and then you turn it inside out, cinch it together with some more ribbon or string or whatever you have, and by doing that you give an area to hot glue your stick or whatever you choose to apply for your pumpkin handle to the inside of your pumpkin. Now fill it with all kinds of fluff. I used leftover from a pillow, and then I took that basting stitch that was already in place and pulled it tight to cinch the ends closed around the stick that we had inserted and hot glued into place. Then I took some string and I wrapped it around the pumpkin to give it some more dimension and also give it those rivets that you typically see in a pumpkin. You can choose to swirl the string around if you'd like to give it a little bit more of that viney look that you can sometimes see with pumpkins. It's up to you. The one that you saw on the table, I did the exact same process with. You can see here, but I did it with the sleeve of the shirt to make a smaller pumpkin. So basting stitch top and bottom, cinch the bottom, glue it from the inside onto your stick, fill it with the fluff, and then cinch the purse string the top shut and then add your string. So it really turns out to be a really beautiful little project, and you can decorate this on your tables or on the chair as I did with both of those pumpkins. Now this next DIY is both decorative and functional, so this is a nice easy one that you can quickly do as well. I just took these wooden reeds that I had from basket making and I hot glued them in the center and just created a star pattern with them. And then I took that thick yarn that you saw me use previously for making the napkin holders and I wrapped it around in a pattern. I went over on one stick, for example, for maybe 4 or 5 passes, and then I changed it and went under on that same stick for 4 or 5 passes. And so what that did was it created a rosette type appearance to the overall round placemat and really gave it a lot of texture and decorative element to my table. But it's also functional because it can act as a nice hot plate. So when you bring out your hot dishes, you can just remove the pumpkin decoration and then you have a really perfect place to sit down anything that's nice and warm. Now when you go through and you have everything covered, what you want to do is take your hot glue gun and just fill in some of the spaces to secure the exposed reeds and cover with the yarn. This next DIY is extremely versatile in that I created just a really large canvas piece using tapestries. And the reason I did this is because I wanted a large canvas, but they're so expensive in that diameter. And if you get a tapestry from Amazon in a really large diameter, they're not that expensive, maybe between $15 to $30. And so what I did was I just went ahead and I built a frame. Got a couple of 2x2s. I have one that's a little bit thinner there as well that I used on the side, and I just built a frame. You get your speedy square out, make sure you got nice straight lines, and you're going to use something like a miter saw if you have or if you feel comfortable using a miter saw. If you don't, use a miter box. So that's also going to get your job done just a little bit slower. So if you use a miter saw, make sure you're using your safety gloves, you need glasses, and make sure you're comfortable with that type of equipment so that you don't hurt yourself. I went ahead and I used a miter saw because I am comfortable with that, using power equipment, and it just makes the job go really fast and really smoothly. Then once you have all your pieces cut, you line them up in the way that you want them. And if you have a nail gun, it's even better because it's again makes your project very quick. But if not, go ahead and use nails to hammer them in or screw them so that you just have a little bit of a secure base and frame to iron your tapestry and to apply it to that frame. Once you have your tapestry fully ironed, you want to go ahead and lay it face down, put your frame on top, and then we're going to go around and we're going to staple that to the back. Now using a staple gun, if you're not familiar, you really need to push hard. If you don't push hard, what can happen is the staple is kind of sticking out like you see right there. If that happens, just use a hammer and hammer that in. But you want to put a lot of pressure on the front of that staple gun. On the corners of your frame, I folded it in a way that I pushed it down on one side and folded it up on the other, just like I was wrapping a present, just to get a really nice corner that you can see there. Then again, you put that solid pressure on there. You do that the entire way around the frame, putting tension on that tapestry to make it like a canvas essentially. and it just really turns into a beautiful, really large piece that would be way over $100 if you're going to be buying something like that in the store. And for me, this is materials that I had in the garage, and the tapestry was, I think, between $15 and $20. I can add it in the description below, a link for it on Amazon. I actually ended up getting multiple tapestries that I put on there for different occasions. I can just put them on with thumbtacks even to change out the scenery on that piece. And for the last DIY, I like to add a little natural element to my table. I took some of this wood. It was from a branch of a myrtle tree that I have in Texas. And those branches, just again, I used my miter saw and I just cut smaller pieces of them to make these risers that I put on my table. Now, you do have to play around with these a little bit to get them level enough so that they stand, and that also you could put something on top of them if you wanted to. But you could put anything, if you get them level enough, you can put anything on top. I put little pumpkins, but you could put, for example, pillar candles or something like that, and that natural element to a table I think really adds something. So I hope you enjoyed all these DIYs that I showed you today, and if you make any of them, please show them to me and send me a picture on my Instagram account. I would love to see them. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that you check me out next time for our warm fall decor table decoration of this series. Bye bye for now.